Hi and welcome, it's Ruth, back again with some scrappy card making today. And, oh, I think I did pull out some bits of card to work on, but maybe I didn't. Welcome back. I have got all my card bases though, sitting here ready and cut, so I've got those. Look, I've done a bit of organising. I took a leaf out of my sister's basket. Look, all nice and ordered. There we go. And I have a pile of scraps here. Got some new ones, which is quite nice. Look at that nice pretty one. Not done anything with that one before. Got some pretty papers to use up from previous years. Oh, got that nice one to use up. Oh, just found that. Right, so lots of lovely things to use. Things that I've used in the past. And so what I like to do is just talk through what happens if you have this situation and you're thinking, where do I start? So a good place to start is just to try and order your basket of stuff. When I say order, I just mean loosely kind of pile up into maybe different themes. So I don't know, pick up something. Let's see what's in here. Oh, I might use some of these. These are quite cute actually. That's quite nice, isn't it? Anyway, so we'll have that one out there somewhere. That one is sort of a yellowy tinge, so pop that to one side. Then that one's got some yellow in it, so pop that with there. That's got sort of blues and pinks, so we'll put that off to one side. Oh, that's got pink, so put that together. The gold heart might go nicely with that. Got something rustic looking there. Oh, that's quite nice. And if something doesn't go with anything else, then don't worry about it. But, then also be looking at contrasts as well. So, oh, I don't know what I've got that. There we go. This is something I half stamped. I've got all my strips that were left over from cutting note card bases from A4 sheets and put them together. Made some simple cards with them. Fantastic. That one, obviously, is looking for something to go in the middle there. That would be nice. Kind of goes with those colours. Start a new pile. Yeah, so this is roughly what I do. I just group things a little bit and hope that as I'm going through things that something might jump out at me, or I'll be inspired by something I see, and it will kind of spark off something. What I like about doing this sort of thing is that you end up seeing things together on your desk that you wouldn't naturally and normally put together. So that's quite fun. Thank you, Kerry. Yeah, it's definitely not a new tip. It's been for a while, but I just discovered that one the other week for myself. So I thought I'd share it. Now, some people are suggesting that you use the silicone sheet as well. So yeah, please do have a go doing that. Silicone mat rather. So that's another option. Right. Kind of running out of things to play with here now. And I think it's time to put these back in the box and look for some little accent pieces that can perhaps be used rather than big pieces. So buried at the bottom of the basket is usually where all the smaller things have fallen in. Look, so little things like that. And then little stripes. That's quite fun. And then sometimes I get little flowers have fallen down to the bottom like that. Oh, now these are old Stampin' Up things. Look at that. I keep meaning to get rid of these, but they're quite nostalgic for me. Who remembers these? So what I might do is also grab some punches out and maybe use some punches just to get some extra texture on my cards here. So I'm going to just gather things back up together. You know what, I actually like that texture. I might just rip that off. Oh yes, I read something about your monitor. Oh, you've got them, Liz. Oh gosh, that's going back a few years. Actually, I remember Liz and one of my other very long-standing customers. You were at the first party I had at my house when I signed up with Stampin' Up. I remember that. So yes, it actually doesn't surprise me that Liz has actually got some bits that are not quite vintage Stampin' Up, but going back a few years now. Right, let's gather. Oh, here are the bases I was looking for. I had them on my desk. Right, there we go. Right, put those back in there. It's literally like shovel them back in. Oh, here's a little nice bag of bits and pieces. I might use those. This is a leaf. Some ribbon. Oh, some gems. There we go. Oh, Martina, can you watch me on your phone? Have you got YouTube on your phone? You could just watch me via that. Oh, and of course I've got these gorgeous flowers that I want to use at some point, so... Right, so hello everybody. Let's say hello. Hi Denise. Hi Glenna. Hi Liz, Jeanette, Steph, Gina, Jenny. Oh, what was that? Oh dear. What did I miss, Jenny? Norma. Ah, you're wondering about the Gibson girls. I've nicknamed Steph and Gina the Gibson girls. They're actually not related. They don't even live on the same continent. It's just it so happens they both have the same surname. So we've kind of nicknamed, well, I've nicknamed them. Right, so this was a gatefold card that I've got lying about that I've not done anything with. Or I think I did do something with and I just had it left over. And I just want to protect my work surface. So I'm just going to pop down my grid paper underneath. Oh, this was what I was looking for the other day. Yes, Gina sent me a card from Canada and she popped this in it and I thought it was fabulous. Gina, where did you get the die for this? I've kept it because I thought I'd like to cut another one out at some point. Right, I saw this and I thought, wouldn't that be fun to have down the middle of that? Be quite dramatic, wouldn't it? Hi Subo, hi Esther, hi Liz, Dee Dee. I'm not sure if that's, no, I'm not sure that is going to work. Okay, I know what, I've got some lovely papers in here. These go back a long time. Ooh, I do love red and aqua together. That is one of my favourite colour combinations. So, when I do these scrappy cards, I'm really not sure what's going to happen. Honestly, it's a bit of a kind of, yeah, suck it and see moment, really. We'll see what happens, because I've not really planned this at all. Writing on it is tedious. Oh, can you press that microphone button and just speak into it, Martina? Is there a microphone? Okay, so I've just cut those at 2 inches and it just about fits on my, maybe I should have cut them down a little bit more. I was trying to figure out what this actually measures, but I couldn't quite figure it out on the trimmer. Oh, so it's 10.5 across, so it's 5 1/4. Okay, maybe I do need to cut these down a little bit then. Oh, that's a good tip. Yes, watch on the phone and type with it on your PC. Yeah. Although her screen's gone black, hasn't it? So I don't know if she knows if it's showing up. Hi, Christensen. Okay, so this is when I don't do too much careful measuring. I just do the nail technique. Shove your nail in. And hope that you're just going to see it. Yeah, I can. Right, that's nice. So, ooh, lovely contrast there. So it opens up and ta-da. And then I'm left with this little thin bit. So I wonder if I could stick one bit at the top and one bit at the bottom. So I think, oh, I was going to say this should measure 6 inches, but no, it's a little bit more than 6 inches. So this paper pack is from years and years ago. Oh, 16.5. What's that in inches? 6.5. Right, so I'm just going to measure it. I'm just going to cut it down to 3 and be done with it. Oh, someone's calling you. Right, so I've got those pieces cut out, ready to stick on. And then we've got to think about what... Oh, look, we've got the gold heart. This would make a nice anniversary card, wouldn't it? Oh, look, I've got another gold. Look, that one's already got something. That would look lovely, wouldn't it? And then we could have some zhuzhy bits. Yes. Okay. Yay for zhuzhy bits. Yay for gold and sparkle. And look, I've even got some gold bits in here. Let's steal the gold bits out of this one. So this was cut from the first frost dies that I used to own. I don't have them anymore, but a certain person in this room has it now. Well, what? Let's just get sticking. Let's just do it. Love it when I can watch while I'm making dinner. Oh, what are you having for dinner tonight then? With the amount of cutting you do, how long do the blades last for? They last me at least a couple of months, if not longer. Yeah, it's just needing another little change now, and I think I'm on my... Oh, I was going to say my second blade, but it might be third. But I remember the first time I put, you know, when I first got the trimmer, I didn't need to put a blade in for 3 months. So that's with the new one. Yeah, and the trick is actually to sometimes cut a few pages at once. Don't you? If you can, if you've got a few pages to cut, if you're doing sort of bulk cutting, actually do cut more, because the blade is longer than the older trimmer, and it will take it. So Tuesday night is meatloaf night. Oh, there we go. So do you have certain days you do certain foods? You know what, I wish I was that sort of disciplined. Our only thing is Friday night is pizza night in our house. Oh, now this is where the other gold one might come in handy, because I can sandwich the pieces in between, can't I, and stick it together, and that way when it's half hanging you won't see all the gubbins behind it. Ah, see, I'm not just a pretty face, you know, people. Right, I'm going to cut this down a bit. Don't need that so long. Ah, there we go. So Steph's a good person to ask. That is pretty good going there, Steph. Has anyone just dry embossed DSP on its own? Do you mean, have you put DSP through your embossing folder? Yeah, I'm sure I have at some point. There's no reason why that shouldn't work. Right, you know what? I'm going to put glue all the way around. Not quite to the edge, though. Because you know what Tombo's like. It likes to squidge a bit. But I'm going to do that, so hopefully it will catch the different elements there. That there. That one there. That one there. Ooh. Move that up a bit. That there. Sorry, can you guys see what I'm doing? There we go. And then, I think just for an extra bit of security, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on some of the glimmer bits, because glimmer doesn't usually like to stick to things. So I might have to just hold this for a few minutes. A few minutes. Or I might get my secret weapon, my octopus fingers, out. I'm going to get my octopi tentacles to come and hold this, and it just so happens I have them right here because I've just packed them into a bag. So what I sometimes do, people, when I do my accounting, is I've got pegs, you see, with months written on them, and I peg my receipts together. Look, see, that one's December, this one's May, and that's what I do, you see. I peg my receipts together to hold everything when I'm doing my accounting, and it just so happened I put them in a bag just a minute before I came on live. So right, so that's going to hold for a second. Right, let's decorate the inside, make it look a little bit more interesting. Oh, now we do have that. Was that a bit too weird? What about... Now, it is meant to be an eclectic card. Just saying, people, okay? If you're wondering, is Ruth gone like a bit loopy or something with odd combinations? It's because it is meant to be a little bit eclectic. Look, we've even got... Let's see what else I've got in here. My box of treasures. Oh, I've got a piece of red. Ooh. That would look very striking, wouldn't it? Oh, let me just check the measurement of my card. Oh, it's typical size, that one. So basically making sure I'm cutting 5mm off each side. So use whatever standard card base you would normally use. I'm hesitant to kind of give out measurements, as I know in different regions it's different. I need more gold. More gold. You put your tree up today. What, your Christmas tree, Deborah? Really? Wow, that's dedication for you. Hi, Cheryl. Right, let's see if my extra hands have worked. Yep. So that will then open like that. And then it's going to stick that in the middle. Maybe that up there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the gold pieces yet. I've lost that other piece. Oh, I've got that nice stripe there. Maybe we just do a like eclectic little grouping of pieces down here. There we go, that'll do. We've got to move on to the next one, haven't we? Hey, Martina she's got a voice. She can type on her keyboard. So who's ever had a go doing scrappy cards like this, where they just grab some stuff and stick bits down and see what happens? Me, says Nessa. Good. I actually quite like this leaf. It's quite nice, isn't it? Okay, I'm just pushing that down firmly because I think this was cut out from the old glimmer paper, which is slightly shiny on the back of it. So, and I think I'm going to use dimensionals to stick this down with. Hi Tracy. Oh, you made 2 today. Oh, brilliant. Good going. All right, so we want this half. 1, 2, 3. I might have to start, said Glenna. Well, if you're like to be surprised, it's a good little process to use because you just never know what might, you know, fall together out of the basket. Oh, there we go. Obviously that's needing a little sentiment or whatever, so oh, there's another little bit of gold there. Might just stick that in the corner. Use my little trimmer for this. It overwhelms me. Oh, okay, Kerry, have fun. My husband is trying to guess who I am. Oh. Well, I suppose he's never met me before, so... 50 thank you cards. Oh, wow, Linda, that's a lot. Are they all going to be the same? Might just leave that. Okay, right, let's move on to the next one. I'm liking some of this rustic paper. And look, we've got a whole pile of rustic going on here. And I thought, look, I've got these lovely flowers. I could do something with these. Oh, I've got a nice leaf there. That's left over from something. Now, technically, these aren't really scraps because I stamped these and cut these out and then just never got round to using them. So, a little bit of a cheat there. Oh, now I do have that jar. I could have them on the jar. Oh, no, it doesn't kind of make sense. No, I won't do that. Ah, now I do have this, which, as you know, I probably used as a stencil and I've inked through it. But how about we use... If I add more green to it, we could use that a little bit more. So, let's grab a thing that looks like it had green on it. Let's go for a bit of shaded spruce. Now, it would be a shame to waste the pattern, so let's find another scrap. That'll do. Pop that on there. So the purpose of this is actually just to colour this stencil in because I want it I want it green. But rather than waste the pattern, I'm just doing this on top of that bit of mottled paper. And I'm hopefully then going to end up with quite a nice pattern on there that I can use for something else. There we go, that's fun, isn't it? Is Sheila watching? I hope she's happy. Right, that's better. It was a bit stark with the white on there, so. Right, we need a card base. We're going full on rustic with this one. Now it feels like, I think this piece of paper has got a little bit of water damage. It probably was on my desk when I spilt some water, so it feels a little bit crunchy. But that's okay because we're kind of going for a bit of a rusticy feel. So if that ever happens, just let your paper dry and then just crinkle it up even more. So. Hi Navarana! Fried rice and shrimp sounds good. Oh yeah, it does. Hi Ivy! Oh, that Forever Fern is gorgeous, isn't it? You know what, earlier when Esther was doing her live, I tipped my bin out to check that my missing leaf stamp wasn't in the bin. That's how desperate I'm getting now. Oh, and I found the stamp that I was looking for the other day, the other flower one. But now I've misplaced one of the fern leaves, which is quite bizarre. Is this your first time on a live, Ivy? Have you been on before? Sorry if I've just forgotten. So because I crinkled this up, I'm just putting a really good amount of glue on it. Make sure it stays. Oh, you have been before. Sorry, Ivy. Okay, I don't like this really straight edge, so I'm just going to rip the edge off. Oh, have you, Ivy? I'm so sorry. Just takes me a few goes for names to stick in my mind. But now you've said it, I probably won't ever forget you now. Okay, so that's going to go there. Now I'm wondering whether to put just a little piece of this, just to be the anchor, as it were. Because rather than sticking all that lace down, what I'm going to do is just stick this on top of the lace with quite a good blob of glue, and that will just hold it all in place. Ready for me to do my flowers. Ruth the crafty hooligan. Oh yes. Right, where's my tweezers? Okay, so we've got these lovely little leaves that I'd stamped. Okay, so we're going for a central focal point. So we've just layered at the sides and sort of basically just layered and layered, sort of coming closer and closer into the middle. And now we're going to create our little arrangement of flowers here. There we go. Hi Bobby. Nice to see you. Okay. Now I had cut out some of these in this is cinnamon cider, because I thought it'd be nice to stamp a darker brown onto a different sort of background. Anyway, won't do that today. Just see what I've got. I've got another couple of leaves here. I've got a lighter flower there, so that can go in the background. Remember, the things that are in the background tend to get lighter. Ooh, maybe not. Go that way round. I don't want to hide this leaf too much. You know what, that leaf is just not working for me. I'm going to chop it off there like that. There we go. I have said that in the past before, haven't I, that leaf from To a Wild Rose, sometimes it doesn't quite work with arrangements, so don't be afraid to cut it up and use it how you need to use it. Right, I'm going to start sticking, otherwise I'm going to be here forever. So let's do this. That's a lovely contrast with the flowers. Yes. So this is, I use the Bumblebee ink, the new yellow, which is called Bumblebee. And then I stamped cinnamon cider in the centre of them. And it seems to just work, doesn't it? Lost my dimensionals. Right. Yeah, some of you are not big fans of the rip, are you? You like it when I twist the flowers. Oh, it's a good technique. Right, I'm just going to grab some more dimensional. Excuse me a sec. I need some of these small ones. Oh, now there was a little piece of ribbon on here. Should I use... Could have a piece of ribbon sticking out somewhere. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I cut one of my son's hair again tonight because he's back at school tomorrow, and the front bit was getting a bit long. So I'm actually quite honoured that he doesn't mind me cutting his hair. Most kids would hate it if their children... Sorry, most kids would hate it if their mums cut their hair. So... Haha, I like that, Martina. You like the emphasis going towards the chic rather than the shabby. Yes, definitely. I'm not sure, but did like the lighthouse one you did by ripping bits up. Oh, oh gosh, how long ago when was that? Oh, is that with the... Was that with the Memories and More card, Liz? Oh yeah, I used to watch Doctor Who from behind a cushion. Yep. Are you comparing my card making to Doctor Who? Really? Is it that scary? Yes, I do remember those ones, Liz, yeah. Yeah, I sometimes feel with the Memories and More packs, they can be quite sort of... They are what they are, aren't they? If you know what I mean. And sometimes it's nice to try and make them look a bit different. So tearing them up and doing something a bit different with them is really fun. Oh, I forgot to twist some of these leaves. No, she doesn't watch me from behind a cushion. Oh, good. Right, I think that's it for that one. We'll leave that one there, I think, guys. I've lost my other one. Oh, there it is. Right, okay, let's do another one. This one might be quite an easy one. Now this I stamped, demonstrating the stamparatus, how you could stamp in the round with it. and it used that lovely thing from Beautiful Friendship, isn't it? Maybe it doesn't need that. Just have that in the middle. I think it needs some sort of contrast behind it, doesn't it? Oh, where are those dragonflies? I'm coming round, says Wendy. Oh, right, now I've got a base here to do a, what's it called, card, where you have it propped up like that. So I'm wondering if I put that on there. But I do need something else here. I wonder if I've got anything large enough in my scraps. Ooh, look at all this I've got. So I want something that will go with this. Hi Carol Gunstone, welcome. Is this your first time on one of my lives? Do you say where you're from, roughly, in the world? Okay, so there's that one. I don't really want to introduce purples because I haven't got any purple on here really. I was trying to keep it all greens and yellows. In fact, the only yellow I've got is a pineapple. It's a bit odd. Maybe the stripe would be better. And then I put a bolder colour behind the white, I think, because it looks a bit... Oh, actually I found some yellow there, but... What was that? People calling you Gina. Do they not know Ruth is live? You guys are so funny. It needs some sort of border, doesn't it? I know what, I'm going to raid my scrap drawer because I'm just going to have to. There we go. It's technically, it is still a scrap, isn't it? So it's fine. Right, so this measures, let's have a look. Oh, 10 by 10, I think. So it should be 4 inches by 4 inches. 4 by 4. Right, so it's a 4x4. So we'll do this at 4 and 3/16. Or was that 3/8? 3 notches anyway. Oh, it was that already. Oh, well, there we go. That was perfect. I didn't even have to cut the other side. It just was the right size. Isn't that bizarre? Right, so what does this measure? 5 3/4. So we'll cut that down to 5 3/4. 5 3/4. Ta-da! You really needed all these laughs today. Oh, good. I think I'm missing all the jokes because I'm just like got my head down. I'm getting on with it. Okay, so that will go like that. Now, oh, it's got red on the other side. I don't like that. I don't want the red. I'm trying to think, was there another piece? Could I use another piece? Would that be really extravagant of me? Oh, I've got one. There we go. You know what? I'm going to do it. It's a scrap, for goodness sake. I've had it in my basket for ages. So I am going to use 2 pieces of DSP. Because that is what it's called for. That is what is called for. When that does that, it will do that. Brilliant. Right, let's do this, people. Let's glue, glue, glue. Stick that one on top of there. Okay, I really don't have any excuse to cock this one up because they are exactly the same size as a piece of paper. So I'm just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Da, 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 da. Yes, I did think about having the stripes going different ways, and then I thought, might be a little bit confusing. It would certainly confuse me. Right, I'm not going to stick that down just in case I make a mistake. All right, do you ever do that? I have my piece here, and then I go, just in case. I'm not going to stick it down just yet. So let's get this all together. I do like aqua and bright green together. You know, like the more aqua shades and teals and lime. Right, now this is looking a little bit too clean. I mean, I'm guessing with that on the top, it's not going to look so clean, is it? Just going to have a quick squiz to see if I've got anything different that I could use. Something yellowy, perhaps not as much of a contrast. No. I have found a little yellow flower. No, it's the wrong kind of yellow. Ooh, what's that? Would that be better? No. I do like this little stitched, but I am going to do this. First, nothing much. Oh, I'm missing. Oh yeah, your cat peed on the monitor. I know, naughty cat. Naughty, naughty. Too clean? I was just liking it. Oh, sorry, Wendy. Sorry. Okay, so I'm just trying to centre it all, which is really tricky when you've got stripes that are a little bit wiggly. Okay, right. Then, so my doily is going to go there, and I am actually going to do a little bit of scrunching on the doily as well. So if you don't follow me on Pinterest and you like using Pinterest, please do follow me. I pin mainly Stampin' Up things, but I do occasionally pin things like crocheting, knitting, food, like recipes, organising tips. I obviously don't use them. No, I do try. I try. Actually, I'd be quite proud of my desk at the moment. Generally, I keep it fairly tidy. A couple of DSPs are striped that are not straight. Yeah, it's that whole watercolour look, isn't it, Wendy? Yeah, they're not meant to be straight. So Steph is an organizer. Ah. Okay, so I'm hoping that I've put enough dimensionals on here. It's going to hold the lace background down as well as the wreath. Yes, there we go. And then, ta-da! Oh, I missed that dragonfly die. So pretty. Right, I'm hoping that these little hexagon dimensionals are going to be small enough to pop on the bodies of these dragonflies that they will then not need any glue. So if you didn't, yes, Liz has got them. Actually, yes, you see, I'm very clever. What I do is I give away retired things to customers who've shopped with me, you see. And sometimes I'm clever and I end up giving them to people who live near me. So that if ever I go, oh, I really like the dragonfly dies, I can then go and borrow them. Although I had actually forgotten I gave them to Liz. Right, I'm trying to make sure that these don't show, so I'm just kind of like giving them a little bit of a move over. Come on. Move over, darling. Okay. Right. How's about that then? Oh, thanks, Liz. I've got so many other things to play with at the moment that but no, if I ever do a card commission that asks, someone says, oh, I need a dragonfly, I'll know where to come to. It does sometimes happen where someone asks for specific things. Oh, Vanessa has them as well. Well, Nessa, thank you. Liz is literally down the road from me, so, or up the road, depending where you're coming from. Right, so with these type of cards, you do want to put some kind of little stopper at, sort of at this point here, and possibly even decorate the inside. So have we got any... Oh, I bet I've run out of that green stripy paper now, haven't I should have kept a corner of it. Oh, silly me. Let's see if I've got any left. No, I know that I have used it for something else in the past. Oh well, never mind. What about then a little bit of... Nope. Oh, that aqua colour might be okay. Actually, that would work okay. It's sort of a nice contrast. Steph says, stamp sets are photographed and in catalogue in an alphabetical order on a shelf. Yeah, my stamps are in alphabetical order on my shelf, apart from new things, which I keep on a separate shelf so that I play with them a little bit more. I did have some little strips. Yes, that could decorate this, couldn't it? I just looked, I have only one dragonfly die, but I have a dragon too. Does that count? You can do whatever you'd like. This is not a challenge. This is just me using up my scraps and trying to inspire you guys. So if that opens up like that. Right, let's get this stuck down. Oh, Linda, some people use a spreadsheet to do that. They'll type in, or they'll create a database. Yeah, so they'll, for each stamp set that they've got, they'll write down all the sentiments, and then whenever they need a sentiment, they'll search through their database, and then it will tell them which stamp set it's from. Okay, I've just found this little piece of ribbon, and I'm thinking even something as simple as a knot like that. That would be enough to sort of hold that in place like that, wouldn't it? Oh, there we go, Evernote. There we go, some people use that. So how does that work, Nancy Jo? She uses Evernote to do hers. So does that work, that when you're looking for a specific sentiment, you can find it? Okay, I think this is going to need a hefty amount of glue dots. If I had my glue gun on, I'd probably stick it with a glue gun. Hi, Brian. I mean, Suzanne. Just read what you wrote. There we go. That's quite sweet, actually. Little bow down there. So you just close it, and there we go. Right, and then you do that, and it clips it. So you've got space for your sentiment to write your message in there. Ta-da! How cute is that? Right, I think I'm done for tonight, guys. That's 3 cards from Scraps. Honestly, it looks like I've hardly made a dent in my scraps. So first one was a gatefold. So we stuck paper on both sides. Then we had these gold, now these are current, these punches, this gold scallop punch. So I had 2 gold pieces and then stuck the pieces of die cuts in between, so that then when you opened it you just saw that gold piece there. And then I just decorated that on the inside like that. So there we go, that's a cute little gatefold. Then this one was just layers of brown texture, which ordinarily brown texture just sounds awful, doesn't it? But brown texture works. So this was an old embossing folder. It's a hexagon embossing folder. It's really gorgeous. And then some brown wooden look paper. And then just use some of those lovely flowers from All Things Fabulous, which is one of my favourite stamp sets so far. This in this current catalogue. This is a current Stampin' die set. It's To a Wild Rose. The lace paper, we don't have it anymore, but we've got a lovely new one. And there are lots of other brown, well, there's crumb cake. We still have crumb cake. This was a craft card, which was around a few years ago. But anyway, just you'll find something. Have a look, have a root around, and group things into sort of colour schemes, and you'll be surprised what happens. Right, so this was some stripy leftover paper from, oh, what was it? From Celebration. And these were just some bits and pieces that I had left over. And sometimes, you know, when you're just playing and just trying to figure something out, it might not be, you know, perfect enough to go on a card as is, but if you put it in your scrap pile, you know, you can end up using it for something. Like this piece here, it's got a little mark on it, but it doesn't really matter. And that makes a really nice, I don't know, what's this called, this type of fold? I've forgotten what it's called. It's basically like a normal square card, and then you just put a little fold in it. And it just props up. Easel. Is that the right word? Easel card. Yeah. Twisted easel. Thank you, Donna and Esther. Yeah. There we go. What was that? No, Glenna. What did Glenna say? I don't consider these scrap cards. They're so pretty. Oh, right. No, well, they're made from scraps. That's the point. That they are made from things that are in my basket that's here. And all these other pieces are going to go straight back in there. Every so often I do have a clear out of my scrap basket, and I give some things away to people. Actually, a friend of mine who's a teacher just messaged me the other day and said, have you got some scraps? The kids at school would really benefit from some stuff. I was like, yeah, no problem. So I was putting some stuff together for her. So some of these things might end up in that basket. Because I suppose I'm making scraps all the time. So right, let's have a look. 1, 2 and 3. I like doing things in threes. It feels complete. And I'll tidy up while you vote for your favourite. Oh, you're all talking about the benefits of Evernote, are you? Well, there we go. I like these lives because you guys get to learn all sorts of things. If you're brand new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, or do remember to subscribe. I should give you a positive instruction there rather than a negative one. Yes, please go and subscribe. And also, if you like any of the videos that I've done, then please give me a thumbs up. And if you don't like them, well, just move on to the next one. And hopefully the next one might be better. You know, I do have off days. I apparently am human, so some days are not as good as others. And then also there are days where you may find that something I've done is just not inspirational for you at all, which is completely understandable and fine. So, but I'd like to think that there's quite a variety of different things on my channel, so there might be something there for you if you're a bit of a crafter, or a paper crafter especially, because I do like different aspects of card making and scrapbooking and making paper flowers. Oh, love making paper flowers. So there we go. Right, so here we go. 3, 1, oh, 1, 2, 1, 2 and 3. More likes, please. Oh, thank you. You guys are so good at advocating for me. Please give me thumbs ups. Thank you. The reason why I say please give me a thumbs up, it costs you nothing to give me a free thumbs up, and it just helps my channel to be seen a little bit more. So that's... Hi, Tracy. Oh, no, I did know you were here. Hello, Tracy. Thanks for staying. Thanks, Rhonda. It's the thumbs up on the I mean, it's nice to have a thumbs up to see, but it's on the oh my goodness, Ruth is human. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I tell you what I didn't use and I want to use. She says, looking in this pile of stuff just in case the stamp is there. Oh, look at these lovely lace pieces. This is from the that die, the dies that go with All Things Fabulous. Aren't they gorgeous? So I was actually really looking forward to playing with these, and but I'll save that for another day. Look, and black as well. I wanted to see what the black. I'm just going to grab a piece of paper. Look. Ooh, yellow and purple. That's a nice combo, isn't it? Yellow, black and purple. Oh, stunning. Look, that would just be beautiful as a card on its own, really, wouldn't it? Just having that focal point and then maybe with a little sentiment on there. Oh, that is so pretty. There we go. Done. Still not found my runaway stamp. I actually did find that runaway stamp, Nessa, would you believe? I just can't find my leaf one now. From Forever Fern. A little bit gutted. I have to confess, a little bit gutted. Because it's... Actually, I'm not as gutted as I could be because it's got the other one that goes in the other direction. It's one of those, it's the pear ones. But yeah, I did find the one that was missing from my flower set. So, which leaf one? What have you got it, Esther? Have you come and stolen it? This one. Oops. Look. It's missing. That one that goes in that direction. You used it tonight, did you? It's that one. I know. I just got to shout out, leaf stamp, come back home. I even look back on my videos to think when I last used it on a video. To think, oh, did I pack it, you know, what's it stuck to? Anyway, I didn't, the stamp that I lost the other day, I found it on the back of a catalogue. It was stuck. Actually, I'm going to have a quick look at my catalogues now, just in case. Let's see if I can. Nope. Nope. Oh, bank statements. No, you don't want to see those. Oh, actually, they're not my bank statements. They're for something else. Yeah, I get paranoid. I'm like, I go through all my papers and I kind of give them a bit of a bash to see if it's fallen in between papers. But, oh well. It would have fallen down somewhere and it might have ended up on the bottom of a shoe and, oh, I don't know. There we go. No, it's not in my stamp apparatus. No. Because I was using it the other day and it hasn't got it. It has something else on it. It's fine. It'll turn up. Right, guys, I'm going to bid you good night. Thank you for joining me. Do come back tomorrow at 6 o'clock. We've got the global, sorry, not global, wrong word. Stamp Around the UK vlog hop, video hop at 6 o'clock. So there's, oh gosh, I don't know how many are participating this month, but there's quite a few. So you literally want to go and make yourself a cup of tea or 2 cups of tea or make a pot of coffee. And whoever's you start with, Esther's taking part. Taffy, Donna from Taffy Stamps or Taffy Crafts. Oh, where's she gone? Where's she gone? She's taking part. Janice is taking part. Joyce, who you don't often see on here, but she's got her own channel. She's taking part. 16, says Janice. Good night, Wendy. I'm so glad you were able to make live. Lovely to see you. I know it could be worse. It could be that the splatter stamp. I know it could. Oh, shh, don't say things like that. Yeah, so come back at 6 and I will probably be back later on at about 9:30, 10 o'clock to do a one sheet wonder. So I'm just trying to catch a moth here. Those little beggars. Got it. Right. So we'll see you tomorrow. When's Kay taking part? I know. Ask Kay. We're looking forward to it. Kay. Yes, taffy crafting is Donna. Yes, she was here. She was on here a minute ago. She might have gone to bed because she's back at work, I think. So, oh, it's your Canada Day celebration. Oh, have fun. That will be fun for you because yeah. So if it goes live here at 6 o'clock, that will be. Oh, how many hours are you behind? Are you about 6 hours behind? So it'll be about midday for you then. Okay. Right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, do let me know in the comments section which one of these that you think you like if you're watching this on the replay. And I'll see you again soon. Take care for now. Bye.